First on Fox tonight, Oregon's eviction moratorium is set to expire at the end of the month. That means renters protected by the moratorium will have to start paying rent in July. And while many are still struggling to pay the back rent they owe, some are about to face rent increases as well. Fox 12's Bridget Chavez joins us live in Northwest Portland after speaking with a woman whose rent is about to go up. Bridget?
Yeah, Melissa Green tells me that typically her rent goes up by about $50 per year. But this time around, she says it's increasing by $114 just as the moratorium expires. Melissa Green and her wife have lived in their unit in North Portland for about 6 years. When the pandemic hit, Green lost her job and the two couldn't afford to pay rent, but they were able to stay in their home with protection from Oregon's eviction moratorium. Now that the moratorium expires at the end of this month, they'll have to start paying rent in July, but they're also facing a hike in rent.
It does add a little bit of insult to injury to time a rent increase right now.
Green says they were notified of the $114 increase at the end of March.
As the deadline for the moratorium was approaching, or the expiration, is when I started putting it all together, looking at the bigger picture, realizing this is really, really dumb that they would do this to us right now.
She says they still owe about $6,000 in back rent, which they have until February of next year to pay.
We did what we could. My wife and I both paid 100% of our stimulus money to our back rent, and we're still struggling to get that balance down.
Fortunately, they'll be able to afford the increase.
Recently, I got a new job, which will be able to afford paying rent with the increase moving forward, but we do have that balance that we'll have to take care of by next year.
But Green says she's disappointed at how the rental company handled this.
I don't believe that they owe us any explanation necessarily by law, and they wouldn't provide us with an explanation. Just the way that they have gone about things in the past, I wouldn't even waste my breath trying to talk to them and expect them to show any kind of humanity.
Green tells me that she and her wife will be applying for rental assistance, and we did reach out to the rental company for comment, but have not yet heard back. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Bridget Chavez, Fox 12 Oregon.